Ladies and gentlemen, please be standing for the national anthem. Could all students please stand to welcome Al Faisal University faculty? Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon and welcome Al Faisal President, Vice Presidents, Deans, faculty, staff, our guest speaker, Mr. Samir Kurdi, and most of all, welcome our freshman students. It is a great privilege to greet you all at the beginning of your time at Al Faisal, at this freshman convocation. Convocation is a gathering to welcome you all into Al Faisal community, to give you some words of introduction and some words of advice, but not too many. You each had your own reason for choosing us. Al Faisal chose you because we believe that you can excel in this university. You are among the most brilliant students anywhere in the world today. And all of you are here because we saw in you the extraordinary abilities and the commitment to excellence that are the essence of Al Faisal. I would now like to invite Dr. Muhammad Al-Uwaid, Dean for Admissions and Registration, for his welcome address.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear guests, dear students, welcome to Al Faisal. We are proud to have you here. Each and every one of you is here because you deserve to be here, and because you can bring something new and exciting to this place. Dear students, I promise you are going to love it here, and we will do our best to provide you with the opportunities to learn and thrive in your study years ahead. Here, you are surrounded by astonishing resources. fascinating students, a caring teaching staff, and exciting students' clubs covering every diverse activities. I want to encourage you to make the most of this unique opportunity. For the campus life, I can share with you the following lessons. First lesson is, hard working is more important than your talents. Success is a mix of hard working and creativity. Second, do not delay things and respect deadlines. Third advice is, small and continuous steps make a big difference. Fourth one is, never ever give up. Even you got a bad grade in an exam, you always can make it. Of all messages I could communicate with you in this occasion, I urge you to stretch your intellectual horizon and to push yourself beyond your comfort zone. There are many opportunities to do this on and off campus. For example, community services, research opportunities, student enterprises, and more and more. Remember that all of us here, because of you students, and we are here to serve you. However, we will expect you to advocate and to advocate the good manners and reputation of the Al Faisal at all times and all places. You have to show a good example while you are inside the campus and when you are outside the campus. Finally, I conclude with this. يقول الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم أحب الناس إلى الله أنفعهم إلى الناس. The most beloved people to Allah are those who are most beneficial to the people. أسأل الله العلي القدير أن يوفقكم وأن يسدد خطاكم وأن يجعلكم مباركين نافعين لوطنكم وأمتكم والحمد لله رب العالمين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصحاب السمو والسعادة، ضيفنا العزيز المتحدث هذا اليوم الأستاذ سمير كردي، زملائي وزميلاتي، أبنائي وبناتي الطلاب المستجدين في جامعة الفيصل، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Welcome to the 2016 Al Faisal Freshman Convocation and Orientation. As a president of Al Faisal University, and on behalf of our faculty, staff, and administration, it's an honor to welcome you, our new students. We are so proud to have you here. Speaking of pride, it's with great pride that I share with you today the most recent US News and World Report university rankings, specifically the top 2016 Arab region universities rankings. Out of the 125 universities reviewed, Al Faisal University was 12th overall. For public and private universities in the kingdom, Al Faisal was 5th overall. For all private universities in the kingdom, we were number 1. Yes, I'm proud to say that we are ranked first in the kingdom for private universities. And though rankings alone are never the end all or means to an end, they can provide us with a means with which to measure what we have achieved as a university since we opened our doors in 2007, where we are as a university, the #1 ranked private university in the kingdom. Our mission as a university to strive always to produce the best and brightest graduates in the kingdom that will make a difference in our country and the world. The acceptance letter that you received from Al Faisal was an invitation to do just that. An invitation to make the world a better place. By accepting this invitation, you are joining a community of scholars and students that aim to achieve and distribute knowledge throughout our country and the world at large. Now you have the opportunity to find out that you really want to do. Now you have the opportunity to find out what you really want to do with the next 4 years of your life, as well the years beyond. As anyone who has been to college will tell you, it's an exciting journey that you are about to begin, and I want you to never waste a moment of it. I want you to use all of your energy to pursue finding that one career path that would make you happy and provide you with amazing opportunities for the rest of your life. I want you to find yourself what I found for myself when I was your age. It wasn't that long ago. You guess it. Just between us, less than 40 years ago. I still remember I found my chosen career path, and it was best choice that I could have made. My chosen major put me on the path to some amazing opportunities that I have had in my life. One of which is right here, right now. Having the opportunity to stand before you here today to welcome you to a new beginning. And to tell you that now is the time if you want to be happy for the rest of your life. If you make the most of the opportunity that you now have before you, you will succeed. And you will be successful in life. You only have to choose to do so. Yes, you have a lot of choices to make, and you need to make the right choice for you. And I have a few ideas. Choose to always do your best in all of your classes. Choose to get involved. We have over 25 clubs, as Naif explained to you. We have over 25 clubs and organizations to choose from on campus, and each can provide you with an amazing opportunity to meet colleagues from over 40 countries, to collaborate and to work together to achieve great things. Choose to stay connected. You can keep up on everything that's happening at Al Faisal through our website and social media presence on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Whether it's an upcoming workshop led by a visiting international scholar, or a lecture to be conducted by an esteemed dignitary, you will have exceptional opportunities to meet successful people in your chosen major who can offer you great advice. Speaking of advice, the best advice that I can give you is for you to get to know our superb faculty. Here at Al Faisal, we have faculty from over 28 countries. You can attend one of their lectures concerning their cutting-edge research right here on campus. Or visit them during their office hours to discuss your research. Remember, a big reason that our faculty is here with us is because of you, our extraordinary students. Your professors are some of the best and brightest researchers in their respective fields. Your professors are inspiring teachers who care about you as student. Your professor wants you to learn what it is to set goals and to work hard to achieve them. You will have the opportunity to do research with the world-renowned scholars, your professors. Here at Al Faisal, the choice is yours. Never forget that we are all here to help each other. If you have a great idea, an innovative idea, there is no better place to help make it happen than right here at Al Faisal. Once again, we welcome you to a place of high standards, a place with a state-of-the-art facilities, a place where you can make connection and stay connected, a place with unlimited opportunities. Welcome to your Al Faisal. Speaking of welcome, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, Samir Ibrahim Kurdi. Mr. Samir is a partner and vice chairman for the Sumbula Group, which is one of the largest food manufacturing companies in Saudi Arabia and the Middle East. Thank you for joining us today, Mr. Samir. Finally, I would like to take this opportunity to thank both External Relations, led by Her Royal Highness, Princess Dr. Maha bint Mshari Al Saud, and Student Affairs, led by Dr. Muhammad Al Uwayyid and their teams, for organizing this very special Convocation and orientation ceremony. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Every year, a successful entrepreneur and a role model from our community is selected by the university leadership to be the guest speaker at the Convocation, a role model who will inspire our next generation. This year, we are honored to have here to encourage and inspire our students beginning their journey of a college education. Please join me in giving our keynote speaker for Convocation 2016, Mr. Samir Kurdi, and Al Faisal welcome.
السلام عليكم. سامعني كويس؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Your Excellency, the President, Vice Presidents, and esteemed faculty, I'm honored and humbled to be speaking before you today, and thank you for your kind invitation. And to all of you students in the audience, I know you are probably thinking, not another speaker to talk to us about the importance of education and how we need to take it seriously, but I will not be talking to you about that. I will not be telling you how everything you need to know in life is going to be within your textbooks, because if I did, I'd be lying to you, and I don't plan on doing that. The education you're about to receive here at Al Faisal, although it's top-notch education, it's only your foundation. What you make out of your life after that is really entirely up to you. So my speech or my presentation will be about 90 minutes. It will be followed by a quiz of 200 questions, and 70% of your grade for this semester will depend on it, so please take notes, okay? 50% of your grade, not 70%. More than 20 years ago, I was sitting in your seats. I was listening to professors and to guest speakers talk about education, talk about life, future, careers, history, academia, business, and basically everything in between. And to be honest with you, I always felt they were talking at me and not talking to me. So here's my first promise to you today. I will be speaking to you, not at you, and I'll be speaking from the heart. Moving on, who knows Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, and Mark Zuckerberg? Can I see? Excellent. If you want to learn more about them, you can open YouTube and read more about them, because I will not be talking about them today. I will not be talking about any people like them today. I'll be speaking about myself, I'll be speaking about my friends, and I'll be speaking about our own personal experiences. I'll be leveraging something called the Gestalt Protocol. It's a method of communication where people share experiences, they share feelings, they share stories of success and other stories of failure instead of giving you advice. So, you ready to get started? Yeah. Obviously, you're still half asleep, aren't you? You ready to get started? Say, yeah. Fine, كويس, أحسن. Do me a favor and take a look around the room, please. And tell me what you see around the room. Look around to your peers, to your friends. You see some people you know, and you see other people you don't know. But I'll tell you what I see. I see hundreds of students, hundreds of bright young minds with so many dreams and aspirations. I see hundreds of diverse backgrounds, hundreds of unique experiences, hundreds of stories of success and stories of failure. And these are exactly the type of stories and the type of things you will not be finding in your textbooks at Al Faisal or anywhere else. Because these are the stories that you only get by talking to people, by learning from them and learning from life in general. So, my first experience to share with you today is always build relationships. Always build relationships. Take the time to make new friends and to meet new people on every chance that you get. Share your stories with them and ask them to be kind enough to share their stories with you. Personally, my network of friends from around the globe have given me so many once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. From flying a plane over the beautiful city of Auckland in New Zealand, to closing the market at the New York Stock Exchange a few years ago. My friends have also been very supportive to me in good times and in bad. From having to go to an emergency room at 4 o'clock in the morning in Hong Kong and finding a friend to take me, to finding a friend to help me learn and better negotiate deals for tens of millions. My relationships always came very handy. And I learned that when I invest in others, others will be investing in me. Moving on to the next experience. How many people in this room feel that they have a challenge that is just impossible to overcome? Hands? Come on, don't lie to me. I know more of you have challenges. Just don't be shy. Obviously, the ladies are much more open to speaking about it than the gentlemen. Okay, well, I'm included. Here's what's funny about challenges and hurdles. When you look at an obstacle from one side, it's an obstacle. You look at it from a different perspective or from a different side, it's an opportunity. And my friend over here, Guillermo Gomez from Colombia is an impersonation of that. And by the way, his name is Guillermo Gomez, but no relationship with Selena Gomez. I asked him. I wanted to take a picture with her, but unfortunately, no relationship. Anyway, moving on. Guillermo is a great example of how someone could change his life. Have anyone seen the series on Netflix, Narcos? Okay. So Guillermo Gomez he's from Colombia. He grew up in Colombia during the period of Narcos, and I met him in college in the early 90s. Coming to think about it, early 90s, most of you were not here. So I hate you, but it's okay. Guillermo graduated from college in the mid-90s and went back from the US. He went back to Colombia. Colombia was full of crime, terrorism, drugs, all kinds of really bad things. It was a very bad place to be living in. And after he went back, he took over a very large family business, very successful family business, took it to the next level, made it much more successful. He had a good life. He got married. He had children. And came 2001, tragedy hit at home, at his house. He had a 2-year-old son. His name was Juan Felipe. He fell from the balcony and died. And as you could imagine, this is the most difficult thing any parent could even imagine. So for Guillermo and for his wife Catalina, it was just way too much for them to even deal with. They were devastated, they were sad, they were pissed off, they had so many mixes of highly negative and very strong feelings. But then they decided to channel their grief in a different way, in a more positive way. And they created the Juan Felipe Foundation in honor of their son. Guillermo and Catalina, as they lost a child, they wanted to do everything possible to prevent other parents from losing a child. The mortality rate in the town of Cartagena in Colombia at the time, where they lived, the mortality rate, which is the death of babies shortly after birth, was extremely high. And over the years, through the Juan Felipe Foundation, Guillermo and Catalina were able to save the lives of over 20,000 children by providing medical care that was not available to them otherwise. If these children did not get the medical care through the foundation, chances are they would have been dead. Can you imagine that? 20,000 children. The death of one child has given life to 20,000 children. وَمَنْ أَحْيَاهَا فَكَأَنَّمَا أَحْيَا النَّاسَ جَمِيعًا. Guillermo changed the lens he was viewing life with and ended up changing life for 20,000 children. On to my next experience to share. Ayman Jamal is a very good friend of mine. He's the producer and the co-editor of a movie called Bilal, a new breed of hero. Did anyone hear of the movie Bilal? Has anyone seen it? Yes, I hear a couple of yeses. So it went out, it's out in theaters around the Middle East for about 2 weeks now or something like that. It's obviously a movie about Sayyidina Bilal ibn Rabah radiyallahu anhu. When Ayman was starting out, he faced hurdle after the other. He faced one failure after the other. Now remember, Ayman was trying to get into the movie business in Saudi Arabia. It's like trying to become an Olympic swimmer without a swimming pool. So it's not easy, and naturally, he failed. He failed miserably. He failed to find investors to give him money to invest in the movie. He failed to find actors who were willing to put their name on the movie, to participate in it. He failed to find people to even believe in him. The only person who believed in Ayman was Ayman himself. I remember being at Ayman's office a couple of years ago, And he told me how he sold his Porsche 911 to have money to finish writing the story. And when a guy sells his Porsche, that is commitment. That's how committed Ayman was. But Ayman used every failure he had to learn and improve. So he sold his Porsche to do this. That's what he did. He used every failure to learn and improve. And finally, after years of failure and $30 million of investment, the movie Bilal is a reality. It's already out there. It's already playing all around the Middle East. In a few months, it will be playing in the US as well, and some other major international markets. It was recognized at the Cannes Film Festival as the most inspiring movie of the year. The Cannes Film Festival is probably the second most prestigious film festival after the Jeddah Film Festival. That was a joke, after the Oscars. Ayman refused to let failure define him. Instead, he let failure help him define his success. Ayman realized that failure is actually his friend. Next story. This baldy over here is my friend Mike Kato from New York, and he moved to California some years back. Mike taught me a very valuable lesson. He taught me the importance of being well-rounded, and I don't mean well-rounded by being overweight. I mean well-rounded in life, because I am quite well-rounded. Anyway, moving on. Mike had a very tough life growing up in New York, but he was determined to change it. So he literally packed his very small bag and got on a plane and moved from New York on his own, from New York to California, over 20 years ago. He built a great business, a business where he delivered food, just food delivery business. And he sold it last year for over $80 million, and over 300 million riyals. He doesn't own restaurants, he doesn't own the cars that deliver food. He hires people to use their cars to deliver food. And he sold it for that much money, mashallah. So obviously, from a business perspective, he was extremely successful and very smart. But more importantly, he is a very happy person. He's always smiling and he's always positive. And I asked him, I said, Mike, what's your secret of being, of achieving this happiness? And he said, it's very simple. You might be successful in university, like all of you, mashallah, will be. You might be successful at work. You might be popular with your friends. But to be happy in life, there's a big difference between success and happiness. To be happy in life, you have to be successful on all of these aspects. From your university, to your career, to your family, to your health, to your community, to your personal life. You have to be successful in all of these aspects in order for you to be happy. وفي القرآن الكريم ولا تنس نصيبك من الدنيا. Mike taught me to commit to live in all aspects of life. And to my final experience sharing, every now and then, do something crazy. So that's me being crazy on one of the very many occasions where I've been crazy. I'm diving headfirst, hanging from a rubber band on a bridge in New Zealand. And it was fantastic. You can't tell from this picture, but I was screaming like a 12-year-old girl, attending a Taylor Swift concert. So I was just, jannant. Whether you are Columbus trying to find a new route to India and end up discovering or rediscovering America, or you are Muhammad al-Fatih, Muhammad the Conqueror, thinking he could conquer Constantinople, Istanbul, or Constantinople, as we learned at the age of 21, or more recently, my friends Guillermo or Mike or Ayman. All of these amazing people did crazy things, and they succeeded. And I learned from them to evaluate risk, to prepare to the best that I can, to take a leap of faith, and then just to dive head first. These are some of the experiences I wanted to share with you. These are some of the stories that have truly impacted my life, some life lessons that I was blessed to gain over the years. But enough about experience sharing. I'm going to cheat a little and give advice. I said I wouldn't give advice, but I'm going to cheat just a little bit and give advice. First of all, tawfiq Allah, God's grace, is the most important element of success. But you have to do your job. يعني اعقلها وتوكل. Don't start a business in the future, inshallah, or possibly even now. Don't start a business with someone you don't trust. And don't work for someone you don't respect. It's not worth it. You are not the smartest person walking the face of this earth. And you're probably not the smartest person in this room. I know that because I am. Okay. And you're not the smartest person in this room, despite what your mother likes to tell you. But you have way more potential than you could dream of. So look for it and tap into that potential. Don't be just a student of a university. Be a student of life. Don't only seek education. Seek wisdom. Don't do something for yourself only. Do it for all of humanity. And finally, take having fun very, very seriously. In life, I have so many inspirations. I have, my parents. I have so many close friends. I have so many historical figures that have been inspiring. But to be honest with you, I don't believe I personally have one character who was a great inspiration. I'm talking about the totality of life. I'm talking about how life is 360 degrees. So in every aspect of life, I've been inspired by different people. So I wish I could give you a secret answer and say, well, this person is my inspiration, but I really can't. My father has been an inspiration for me on so many different fronts. But my father, in his earlier career, was not a very well-balanced person in balancing all elements of his life. He concentrated too much on business, which was important. But maybe I want to do it in a slightly different way. Maybe I want someone else to inspire me to be more balanced. So on hard work, it's my father. On balance, maybe it's my friend, Mike Kato. And on having fun, it's maybe some other friend. If it's not fun, if life is not fun, it's not worth living. So do everything possible. Whatever you do, try to have as much fun as you possibly could. Thank you for inviting me to come here and speak. I'm honored. I appreciate the opportunity. And I'm always happy to come back. I also attend birthdays, anything you have. For 500 riyals, I'm willing to come back again. And dinner, of course. Again, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate it. I wish you the best of luck, inshallah, on your education. Remember that it's about life. It's not only about education. Life is way more than education. And I'm happy to take any questions you may have, if you wish. And I'll be around later on also to take any additional questions. Thank you very much.